Alright, what's up everybody? I'm making this video because I want to help other people and hopefully it'll help me too, who knows. First, I want to explain the problem that I have. I have a torn bicep. Well, I did, and today I had my surgery for the torn bicep. I'll give a brief background on how it happened. So, there was one day I lifted up a crate of beer. It was extremely heavy, and even though it was super heavy, I thought I could lift it. But really I couldn't, but I kept trying. So I was basically at the point where the point of exhaustion, and I was kind of like still trying past the point of exhaustion. Big mistake. I ended up ripping my bicep, but I found out later it was only a partial tear of the tendon, the bicep tendon. So I believe your bicep only has two tendons, so it's a really big deal because there's one that does a pull motion and one that does a push motion if you do know anything about muscles and how they interact. So, anyways, 2 days pass and I didn't know how severe my bicep tear was. At least, I don't know, it was in the process of tearing or I like teared it a bit because it hurt the first time, but like I didn't think much of it. And then basically, 2 days later, I felt well rested enough to try and use my bicep again. Big mistake. Basically, I didn't completely tear it, but like, that's when I was like, wow, this is a real problem because I felt so much pain. I went like directly home, uh, and because I knew it was like, I knew something bad had happened the first time it happened, but the second time I was like, you know what, this is becoming a permanent thing, and this is just I'm like 37 years old, and uh, I don't want to like break my body. I only have one body, and I have like, a limited time left on Earth, so I gotta like take good care of it. So, anyways, I go home and I notice that the muscle has atrophied, or at least that's what I thought had happened. And then I read more about it, and I had something called Popeye arm. The thing on my shoulder is some sort of electronic device that sends, I guess, some sort of waves that changes the frequency of the muscle. I think it's called RFS or something. I don't know, but basically, my sister is like super into it, and or is it EQ? I don't know. It's like electronic frequency. EF, ER, electronic radiation. Anyways, I digress. Kind of a little. So, anyways, I go home and I talk to my dad. My dad's a doctor, and he basically says, "You have Popeye arm. You tore your bicep." So he sends me to get X-rays at a place where they do X-rays, and they also did ultrasound. So I did that, and then I found out he found out that I have a partial tear, which was better than a full tear, obviously. And also my muscle didn't like sag as much as I've seen other people sag, and also like my age, I'm 37. I'm not like so old, but I'm young enough to like get this surgery that I got. So yeah, so today was my first day of surgery. I ended up choosing to do the surgery based on everything that I read online. I read that people lost 40% of their strength. I was not up for that. I'm like a super strong guy, so I kind of like I have my ego to uphold. Not only that, like I like working out and I like being healthy, and I feel like I don't want to get weaker. So like that like reduction in strength was like a big deal to me. So, anyways, I make plans to get the surgery, and the surgery actually, like, I made plans during like before New Year's, and like maybe at the time of Christmas. So basically, like, there was no surgeon that could see me soon. I learned that when you have this kind of injury, you're supposed to do the surgery fast, like ideally. Well, I just didn't have that time, so whatever. The good thing was I was able to see a doctor really fast. Like, I was able to see a doctor, not do the operation. I was just able to see a doctor. So my dad hooks me up. He's a doctor. He hooks me up to go see another doctor who's actually familiar with this operation. He's done it a few times, or many times, I guess. And I read his reviews on MD.com, and there seemed to be. Oh, I love my girlfriend. Anyways, so quickly, I'm just gonna end the story because I need to respond to my girlfriend. So basically, I got my surgery today. I went to the surgery hospital thingy. It was in Toronto. It wasn't a hospital. It was like some sort of private clinic called Clear, Clear something, Clear Space. Anyways, I go in there and they put me on a catheter, not a catheter. What is it? They stuck a IV in me. That's what they did. And then it was giving me water. I was sitting there on the bed, and then they made me wait. Obviously, I waited. Doctors infamous for making you wait. So then they put a sleepy thing in me, like what is it called, a sedative or something. No, it wasn't. I spoke to an anesthesiologist, and then they put sorry, I'm like I'm mixing up the story, but like this is not my expertise. I'm not going to talk about it clearly. Whatever. So they stick some anesthesia in that thing, like just a bit apparently. So I got some anesthesia before the operation. This is crazy. Guys, listen to this. This is just a good story. I mean, aside from like, documenting my experience, this is just a good story. What happened next was crazy. So what happened next was I passed out. I mean, I don't even remember passing out. Like literally my eyes closed for a second. I open up my eyes and then I say, I see this like nurse and I'm like, I'm ready for the surgery. They're like, your surgery happened already, sir. And I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, you had the surgery. It was a success. And I'm like, sick. I'm like, nice. I'm like, what the hell? That's crazy. So then the doctor comes after like 10 minutes. Uh, they had me in an IV. I know, did the doctor come first or the anesthesiologist? I think first the doctor came and he told me, yeah, like everything went well. You have a follow up 2 weeks. Da 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 da. See you later. I'm like, okay. By the way, I should say that this doctor, I saw him before, and he said, go for this surgery. You're athletic. You want to do it. I support it. It's fine. You have a Popeye's arm, and you should do it. And basically, like, I'll try to see you as soon as possible, but I'll set an appointment for you. And it was like really far. It was more far than the window that people normally do. But the way he described the surgery was like, I'm gonna make an incision on your bicep. This is my good bicep. And then I'm just gonna like literally stick it to the bone beside it, and that's it. Like that's all I needed basically. So if you watch videos, they cut the bicep tendon, and like that's basically what they do. They I think they drill a hole or something in your bone, but either way, whatever. So, anyways, the doctor told me that the operation was a success. Then I talked to anesthesiologist, and he told me that like we gave you like a very minimal amount of anesthesia, and you were like passed out, and it was great. You didn't wake up, and everything was fine. Then I come home. I can barely move my hand, like especially right after, because I mean like the drugs are still in effect. They prescribed me some Percocet, which I'm definitely not going to use because I'm totally against medicine if you don't really, really, really need it. And Percocet's, it's an addictive drug anyway, so like literally, I don't want to use it. And then yeah, so basically that was it. This is my first day. Basically, I ate a lot. Listen, my door is open right now. I live in Canada. It is cold. I don't care because let me tell you something. There is a technique that athletes use called barometric pressure container or something like that. Okay, what it does is these athletes get in little containers and it's full of oxygen, and oxygen is obviously it's a part of respiration. Okay, guys, this is a science lesson. Respiration, it increases your I guess this is what you need to do to for your body to survive. That's how it survives. And additionally, this is how your body digests food as well. Like you need to do respiration for your body to digest food and to like repair your body and whatnot. So what happens is these people use these barometric pressure containers and they heal a lot faster. So that's I'm not fucking rich, but I'm smart. So what I did was just open my window, get in my room, close the doors, and just chill out. I ate a bunch of food, and then now I'm just breathing the oxygen in. I'm gonna eat some more food right now. Do the same thing. I'll try to get some sleep, and that's it. That's my day one of having the surgery. I hope my experience has helped anybody who also has this, this problem or is thinking about doing the surgery. I personally feel a lot better now that I've done it because I was in pain leading up to the surgery, like minor pain, and I did, guys. I'm an athlete, so injuries, I'm not afraid of them. And additionally, I use my brain. So I was doing push-ups like every day, like little by little, more and more, every day after my injury because the push-up uses the tricep, and I didn't want my muscles to completely atrophy. And also, like I had a partial tear, so I was very lucky. I know it was a little risky, but I did it anyways. Maybe you don't want to do it. Maybe you want to forego that route until you get a proper assessment from your doctor. But basically, that's what I did. Obviously, I can't do anything now. They told me that I won't be able to use my arm for like 2 months, up to 6 months, and I read online up to a year. But that's my plan. Anyways, peace out. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care.